All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Inclusion Matters, or podcast with Inclusion Pro Wrestling. Tonight, we're joined because it's Spookoween, Spooktober. We're joined by Mr. Happy. That's right. Last time I said I hated clowns, but you know what? I actually enjoyed this interview so much that we're doing it again. This time, for a second time. And our host, Mr. Messiah, was so inspired from Mr. Happy last time, he decided he was going to go to clown school. Well, the dumbass slipped on a banana peel, put a centimeter hole in the back of his back, and wound himself up in the hospital, all while drinking the OJ that Orange Cassidy left for him. And, of course, our newest co-host to Mr. Happy, he thinks he's a principal. We just call him Tap Ass. So welcome to the show, and Mr. Clown School dropout maybe is what I'm hearing now because the banana peel won. Why don't you lead us off?
Well, thank you very much. And the banana peel didn't win because I had plans for the hole that it caused, but we're not going to go into that because it's a family show. So, can you tell us what's been new for you in Three Ring Circus since we interviewed you last?
Wow, there's been a lot of new stuff. Let's see. For the time, the most recent time, I've been kind of on a solo thing, just trying to test out the waters, because I spent a good majority of my career as a tag wrestler, and I got an opportunity here in Albuquerque. We have a new company here called Duke City Championship Wrestling, so I've been trying to take my shot, so to speak, at roughing up these singles competitors, and I mean it's been going all right. I mean, without a tag partner, it's a little different. You keep trying for nothing, but I mean, it's been something else. This shows have been pretty rowdy. I mean, we're getting like up to like 500 people in this venue, and it gets wild. But yeah, other than that, it's just heading to new and old stomping grounds or for the rest of the calendar year, as far as I can see.
Very cool. Well, I'm going to give you an update from us. Last time we talked, we said that we were thinking about doing our promotion, the Inclusion Pro Wrestling. Well, I'm happy to announce to you that as of November 25th in Kelso, Washington, will be the first show of Inclusion Pro Wrestling.
Yes, that's awesome, guys. Woo! Cheers, dude.
Yeah, so
I bet you
very excited about that.
Huh?
All right, Heartbreaker, what do you got for the clown?
What do I got for the clown? Nothing but respect, because at least unlike you, he knows how to clown around. He knows how to have fun. And I'm sure he'll bring out the little squeaky chicken that you so desperately love if I ask him nicely. So can you please bring out that squeaky chicken just for the Messiah?
Oh, you mean Big Red?
Oh, there he is.
He's been feeling a bit super lately. Sorry, pardon the outfit.
Go ahead, Tap. You can ask a question. Ask away. He's an open book. The chicken might even answer a question for you too.
He's waiting.
What do you base your wrestling style from? Powerhouse, technical, or high flying?
He didn't ask you. You stay down there and be quiet. Okay, let's see. wrestling style. I would love to say I'm a high flyer, but I like tacos and candy way too much to get up on that top turnbuckle too often. I think the closest thing I've been called that made sense was an unorthodox brawler. Because I just kind of go out there and throw limbs at people until they stop moving. That's probably my best game plan.
Very cool.
Yes, I have no very, very special wrestling technical background or MMA background or anything like that. I just got in a whole lot of fights under the big top, and that's just what led me here.
All right, Heartbreaker.
Oh no, it's your turn.
All right. So besides the tag team part of it, what's the hardest transition between being a singles wrestler or a tag team wrestler?
The sheer amount of time I'm in the ring now, I'm not even gonna lie. Holy cow. 10 minutes is a lot tougher when you're the only one doing it. Oh my goodness. Like, oh man, 3-4 minutes of getting beat up I can handle. 10 minutes of it and it gets a little more rough. So my training's become a little more difficult as well because there's something else. But it has opened me up to a whole bunch of other competitors that I didn't have access to before. So that is a whole new world of fun. Oh, and there's a lot of them.
All right, Principal Tap, what do you got?
All right. If you could choose a dream partner, who would you want as your partner for a dream tag team?
Oh man, that's pretty tough. I mean that is a huge list. Because first and foremost, I am a wrestling fan. So I mean, like, that's going like all the way back to like when I was laying on the floor of the big top looking at the wooden covered TV. I'm dating myself here, but watching all kinds of gigantic clashes of monsters. I mean, I could start there. There was like Roddy Piper. He would be the awesomest partner back then. Like, he just roughed people up. Like, I wouldn't even have to worry about it. I'd be like, Tag, dude, go hit that dude with a coconut or something. Like, holy cow. Business handled. Or like, I don't know, one of the Hardys. See, that'd be rough because I'd probably have to knock one of them out so I could get the other one. But that will make for an interesting tag. Man, you know what? I might have to come back to that one in a minute. I'm just gonna have to let that stew around in here, and like, so if I randomly jump out and just scream some wrestler's name randomly, we'll know why.
Okay.
Because
that works.
And he does do that every once in a while too. Just so you know, Principal Tap.
random.
Just so you're prepared.
So I can't remember if we asked you this last time, but have you ever wrestled in Washington State?
No, not yet. I want to. I was there for other business not too long ago in the Seattle area, and it was very cool. So yeah, I'm really hoping I get a chance to go up there soon, because that'll get me closer to closing out that coast. Just marking off my map.
Well, we'll have to talk because we have a show in February, and I just actually ran a flight, and I think we can actually afford it. So we'll talk for our February show.
Almost definitely, I can make some things happen in February.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We'll talk for our February show. Sorry, Messiah, I didn't mean to spring that on you, you know. But
No. You and I were on the same page because if you weren't gonna say it, I was. So.
Do you hear that, Big Red? You're gonna have to get on a plane. Would you believe he doesn't like flying?
Oh, he doesn't like flying, huh?
He's a chicken, but he doesn't like flying.
Flightless birds, man. I don't know. No,
Flightless birds.
explaining that one.
Hey, Sorry, Big Red. It's the quickest way to get you guys to Washington.
See, we're fine. I don't want to drive that far, dude. That takes like all day, like the whole day.
That's a good point. So tell us a little bit more about this new company that you're wrestling for.
Oh, that Duke City Championship Wrestling. It's pretty awesome, man. Like honestly, it's got some hometown heroes that we have here that were killing it when I was coming up and are still killing it today. Like we've got like Hobo Hank, we've got Thunder, we've got Mosh Pit Mike. I mean, there's a veritable cornucopia of talent in this company. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, you don't have to make your way all the way down here. You can totally check it out on YouTube. We have our episodes on there. It's pretty wicked. But oh my gosh, like it's done in a concert venue. So,
Hey!
Whoa.
But yeah, it's been something else, man. We do them monthly now, so it gives me a little extra time at home instead of always being on the road.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, that traveling can get rough, man, especially if it's all in a car. Oh, because man, if Big Red or Hot Dog get gassy, call it, man.
I bet that's a lot of gas.
I mean, this dude eats a lot of hay, bro. So it's just get off me. He eats a lot of hay, and it stinks. Dude.
Hey, all right, Principal Tab. You can ask questions to Mr. Happy, the chicken, or the horse, whichever one you want to.
All right, I'm gonna pick your brain on this one. It's going back to the classics. In your opinion, the three members of the Midnight Express, Beautiful Bobby Eaton, Street Stan Lane, or Dennis Condrey, who is the most deserving of the Hall of Fame?
See, that's rough because I'm not gonna say that all three of them don't deserve the spot. I don't know personally. I'm a Bobby Eaton guy, but you don't get a say in this. I said sit. I'm open for debate, honestly, when it comes to it. But I mean, sometimes you just have to stick with you have to stick with your first instinct. So yes, I'm gonna go Bobby Eaton.
And he is the most deserving because he was one of the phenomenal technical wrestlers in the Midnight Express.
I mean, technical wrestlers soften them up for everybody else. Your powerhouse can do a lot more damage if the dude doesn't have working arms or legs, right?
Right.
So, for those who don't know, Mr. Happy has some camera experience too, and I'll get to what I mean by that. I saw a Facebook video a while back with one of your partners, 9. I can't remember his first part. He was eating like some kind of like weird concoction, and he had to like eat the whole thing. And they posted it on Facebook, and I could have swore I heard your voice in the background. So I was wondering if that was you doing the camera work, or were you?
It may have been. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a place called Clown Dog here in town, and they have some pretty amazing hot dog combinations. Like, I mean, they have a menu that's like a dry erase board, so you can put stuff on there like Fruit Loops and chili, and I mean, like. It's pretty nuts. And this dude went ahead and he put a fried egg on there and all the cereal. And I mean, this thing, I don't think it even resembled a hot dog anymore. I asked him if he even had a hot dog in there. I don't. I mean, me personally, I have trouble eating hot dogs. I mean, I love them and all, but some people that I know have problems with me eating things named hot dog. But I digress. They do make some pretty wild concoctions there, and I mean, I you know what? If it was me doing the camera work, then while he was eating that, you'd probably see the camera do this a lot because I'd be laughing and gagging at the same time. That thing smelled horrible. It was like if somebody left bar trash out in the summer overnight,
Oh,
like for a week. It was gross.
well, one of the things was it was like watching a car wreck. You know, like you don't want to look at it, you don't want to keep watching, but you can't look away.
That's
Like
what
I
it's
watched
in
the whole
person.
thing. Yeah.
I was gonna take another bite.
Yep. And to his credit, he ate the whole thing. I mean the whole thing. I don't know how, but he did it.
Mm-mm. I mean, they do have delicious food there too. That's the part that kills me. Is I'm like, he had a choice. He had a choice, and he made one.
He had a choice between the good stuff, and you went with that. All right, Tab, what do you got?
Okay, I got a awesome question for you. It's gonna be an off the wall one. If you were tag teaming with Doink the Clown against ICP, what type of match would you want as the stipulation?
All right, first of all, that right there is probably my favorite match I've ever heard in an interview. Wow. Oh, I mean, you know what? Honestly, any match. Like, I don't even care. Anybody can make up any stipulations they want. They could be like, it's gonna be like a trampoline full of thumbtacks, Legos, and Matchbox cars on top of a moving semi match. It could be like you got to juggle chainsaws and tightrope walk, and whoever gets around all four corners wins kind of match. Like, oh my gosh, you don't understand how wild that would be. Like, I just came back. What was it? Was it July? I got to wrestle at the Gathering of Juggalos. I got to open up the JCW Bloody Mania card. They had a tryout, and I got a spot. So getting to wrestle for those guys was one thing, but getting to wrestle those guys in particular, especially with Doink, who I have an action figure of that I treat like a holy grail downstairs, that would be like I would blow up afterwards. Like my whole body would just explode into confetti.
That would be insane, and that's awesome that you got to open the Gathering. That's a huge honor. Like,
man, there's pictures on my Facebook. I even posted a reel not too long ago where I was stomping a guy into another guy's crotch that had cotton candy coming out of his shorts. It was pretty crazy, but all in a steel cage. They were making dreams come true that week. It was pretty nuts.
All right, so we must have lost Messiah. So he might have had to go do his CAT scan finally. If he doesn't pop back in here in a couple minutes, that's probably what he was doing. So, okay, I guess I was wrong.
Bang, right there.
Sorry, I told you holding this phone's gonna be an adventure. So,
no doubt.
Oh, I just thought they were taking you for your CAT scan already.
No, I would have told you that.
Yeah. Okay. But anyways, Messiah's back. So, why don't you do your sponsors real quick so we can get paid from them?
Yeah, we'd like to thank Kevin Wasson from American Family Insurance, the Bob's Little Car Hospital, and I'll let the rest of you guys take the rest of those in case I hit a button again. I don't want to.
Okay, so American Tarps, Rugged Made, Los Jalapenos Taqueria, El Ranchero's Mexican Restaurant, the CARE program, Doty Tattoo, Gallery Tattoos, Twin Cities Bank, Bruce Nichols Painting, Kathy's Clutters, and Event Center. And I think that's it. So thank you, sponsors. Haven't got a chicken or a horse burn yet, but we're working on it.
Well, there is Foster Farms, you know.
No. We don't want Foster Farms. Remember, chickens don't like Foster Farms. That's where they go to.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That could have been a way to get. That could have been a way to get the chicken up here for the show, but
you guys can't do that. You can't just sneak that in. I didn't even have time to cover his ears.
Hey, I was trying to defend you, man.
see, you made the chicken cry.
It's all
Well,
right.
that's why they call you the Messiah, right?
I didn't make the chicken cry. You did.
Oh,
We're in the
okay.
knowing that Turtle Rocks, Messiah.
All right, Messiah, go ahead and ask another one of your famous Messiah questions.
So let's see. So your all-time favorite ICP match? I know that's a tough one because they're all awesome, but
You know what? I have a personal one. Like this one, I think it was on TV forever ago, but the reason I'm gonna choose this one is because I was there. They came here with WCW Nitro. Gosh, it had to have been like super early 2000s. Like super early. But they were I'm running into blanks because I was so stoked about the fact that they were there. Like we had a big old huge sign. It was like 4 poster boards, 2 big old huge theater masks. It was the only time I got to ever see them wrestle live. And I want to say, gosh, who was it? Like 3 count that they wrestled? And it was a cluster of a match. Like I think they got ran out because I think it was like some Tank Abbott business or whatever. But I got to see him live. I'm like, I know there's tons of different matches. There's JCW stuff I could list off. There's their time with the Oddities. Like, I mean, those guys have taken some amazing thumps. Like, oh my gosh. But man, I mean, like overall, I would say that like I instead of a match necessarily, I would say I enjoyed their time with the Oddities as a whole.
What's up, brother?
Like
Not much.
more than a match, like because it wasn't just that they were there like in the ring doing something specific. It was part of like this big interwoven deal. I know it's a big long drawn out thing, and it's kind of dodging the answer, but man, that list is way too long to pick from.
I got you.
Long list. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, Tap. Ask a question.
Okay, this one's another goofy one. It's a triple threat featuring you, Zoink the Clown, and Beetlejuice in a circus match. Which anything goes.
I would absolutely love to say that I would take the win on that one, but I don't think so, dude. Beetlejuice can make his arms into big old long hammers and stuff. Like he calls sandworms and all kinds of business. Like I think me and Doink would be trying to get in a car and get out of there if that was a match. Like I'd be like, bro, let's go. And then he'd probably hit me with one of those big old hammers and take off with my car. So I guess he would win. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that I'd be the one left behind in the ring with Beetlejuice.
Seriously?
Gosh, anything goes. I'd be the anything that went. Forget that noise, dude. That guy's crazy.
Okay, so I have kind of a question, but it's going to be kind of a silly one. How do you feel about cats? I mean, I know you've got a chicken and a horse, but how do you feel about cats?
I dig cats. I'm one of these guys that unfortunately I have this problem where hair sticks to me. So like cats always want to come up and they're like meow and they rub up against you like this. And
Gotcha.
my face looks like this. All over. Like I look
we
like
have
Chewbacca.
We have a cat in our promotion that likes to think he's all that because he's the top cat. Because he's Mr. Tomcat. But the funny thing is he says he loves Mr. Happy and he's never had a match with Mr. Happy. So Tomcat, meet Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy, meet Mr. Tomcat. You guys, when we can get Mr. Happy out here, I'm going to put you two in a match.
Yep.
So there you go. There you go, Tomcat. Oh, and he says to tell you about chapter 17 and the whoop whoop. You have met Tomcat. He wears a mask with he wears a mask of a cat to the ring. But you've met Tomcat as his normal person.
I think now you got him confused.
He said you met him without his mask in Colorado.
In Colorado. That, you know what though? Colorado's a very big pond when it comes to.
Yeah, well, Tomcat's cryptic, so you know that's all we get. And he goes, he doesn't know whether to be happy or sad about the match with you. So, or you know, how about this, Mister? How about this, Tomcat? How about we sweeten the pot a little bit? How about Tomcat and Mr. Happy in a tag match?
Ooh.
As partners.
Ooh.
Think about it, and you know. Okay, so he said Rocky Mountain Pro. He was traveling with J.D. Mason.
Okay. I think we can make this work. I think we can make this work.
But the only problem I see with that aren't cats notorious for chasing chickens? So I mean, that might put his chicken in.
Well,
I guess he also follows you, Mr. Happy. Tomcat Jones follows you.
I will. You know what? I'm on my phone right now. Dang it! I don't know how to multitask. I'm a simple man. I almost said man. I'm a simple clown. What is this thing? What do these buttons do? Yes, Tom.
Oh, he says he follows you on Facebook.
We're gonna figure this out then. Go ahead and shoot me a message on there and we will figure that out from there. But yeah, you know what, dude? I'm down. Let's do it. Like, you bring two of the biggest, baddest, and we'll probably get beat up a little bit, but we'll definitely be up for the challenge. Sorry, Tomcat, I'm signing you up for something. You're probably gonna take a whooping, dude. It is what it is.
Tomcat said he liked that one better than going one-on-one with you. So yeah, we'll have to talk to the powers that be. But Nathan and I, being owners, we pretty much have a little bit of say so too. So
Yep.
we can probably
I
make
think
that.
we can make that happen.
I mean, worst case scenario, dude. I mean, I might be able to sweeten the pot a little. Oh, it went up too far. There's really 2 5s here, dude.
All right. Anyways, ask a question, boys.
Go ahead, Principal. What you got?
All right, your favorite Doink the Clown Survivor Series moment?
I was just gonna. I have an action figure of it. I believe I showcased it the last time, but I'm not above showcasing it again. Oh my gosh! So hold on 1 second. Sorry, I don't mean to. This is one of those random things like I talked about. I just got a message from Tomcat. I knew. All right, so that was on my bad. I was thinking Tomcat. I'm all like looking Tomcat. Tomcat.
Why do I feel like there should be like a catch line here that says Inclusion Podcast, bringing people together?
Right? It's all click. Over here though, yes, click.
Some kind of like weird like friendship app or something.
But I digress. Doink moment. I will be right back one more time. Watch this. Big Red, hold down the fort. All right, dude, your 5 minutes of fame are over. Scoot it. Right there.
Oh yes.
Survivor Series 93, my dude. This no, Big Red, get out of here. All right, take over the interview, jeez. Right there though, 93.
That's
Multiple
awesome.
doinks. Doinks from all sides. Doinks that look suspiciously like the Bushwhackers.
And Men on a Mission.
This is all purely speculation. I am of the mindset that there was really just multiple doinks, but nobody else believes it. Y'all can
No, I'm there with you.
They all look remind me of Doink.
I mean, me personally, I think that needs to be revisited. I mean, there might be a whole lot of happies real soon. I'm just saying.
There you go. So if you had like a dream manager, who would it be and why?
Dream manager. That's a tough one, dude. Because again, lots and lots of good managers, great managers, and there's absolutely no shortage of them. So let's see. All right. So as much as I like to talk, I will say this openly when it comes to managers, Jimmy Hart. Because that way I wouldn't have to strain my vocal cords all the time. and our voices are of a similar pitch, so he can like pick up some of the slack for me sometimes.
That's
And
a good voice.
and he's got a megaphone, dude. I don't have one of those.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's like epic levels of managerial experience. I mean, the dude's been around forever, dude. Forever. Timeless. He looks exactly the same when I started watching wrestling than he does today. Like, exactly.
That he does.
I'm like, the dude doesn't age. It's so dope. He's like a vampire with a megaphone and really cool Elvis hair.
All right, Tap, what do you got?
Okay, I'm throwing you into a fatal four-way match against Doink, Zampiro, and Sting.
I would like to think I would put up a valiant fight, but all of those dudes, I think, would lay the hurting on me. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Honestly, man, I think I hate betting against myself or voting against myself, but I think I might have to go with Vamp on this one. Like Vampiro's, he's the dude. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking him putting down, let's say, Sting with the spike for the W.
Ooh, I like that.
Me and Doink outside hitting each other with whoopee cushions and rubber chickens, kind of like that old WWF video game.
I could actually see that if Doink was still around. You and him going at it with rubber chickens and whoopee cushions and spray bottles.
That's the stuff of dreams, man. Like, that's what Little Happy dreamt about, was wrestling Doink.
And who's to say Doink's not around? He could just be training at a different circus. There could be a reinvention.
I mean, I would always be up for that match. I'm just saying. I mean, like, Happy Doink. I'm there for it. I'm like, where do I gotta go? What do I gotta do?
So staying on the clown part of this, what's your thoughts on a new up and coming tag team that's in the NWA right now with the Brothers of Funstruction?
Oh, I am gigantic fans of those two. Oh my gosh. Like when, yeah. All right. So very, very long story short, when I first started, I first got in the ring doing the whole deal. I got a message from another worker at the time, and he sent me a video of Yabo the Clown. And he said, watch this. He's like, this is a clown in the ring. He's like, I don't want to see you in the ring until I believe you're a clown. Like, I believe this guy's a clown. And over the last pile of years, I've been watching that dude from a distance, watching them team up, turn into the Brothers of Funstruction. And yeah, dude, so awesome. Like, I'm so stoked that those guys are getting as far as they are. It's amazing. Like, I love it. I love watching them work. They were on that same Bloody Mania, that JCW card that I was on this last year. And I got to watch them from backstage. Mind blowing. I dig it. Oh, I'm a little worried that if I ever find a big enough partner that wants to wrestle them, that we might have to square off, because those dudes are really big. Oh, I thought they were on stilts. Like, holy cow, they're tall.
And I think it's awesome that they're keeping them up in the NWA, at least for a while, with Violent J. So,
yeah, he did their entrance music. You talk about Jelly. Holy cow, that song is so legit. Whoa. So awesome. Oh my gosh.
So, all right, Heartbreaker, what do you got?
Go ahead, Nate.
All right, go ahead, Tap. What do you got?
All right, I'm gonna throw you a powerhouse match in there. Who would win between Andre the Giant and, let's say, Omos?
Oh,
Oh man! Well, first off, you better fortify that ring, brother. That's a lot of dude in there. Dude, I can't bet against Andre ever. Like ever. Like, nope. Like it is funny because like the popular Andre that everybody remembers, like Hulk Hogan slamming, is like the later Andre. Like, holy cow, dude, that guy would whoop all kinds of people up. Like, I would bet on that all day long. That dude, he just pick people up by the head. I don't care how big they are now. That dude was a different breed of big. Like, him all day.
I would agree with that. Let's see. Best faction in wrestling, in your opinion, ever.
There are too many options.
All right, I had a knee jerk answer, and then I have a real answer. The one I wanted to say right off the bat was the Rock and Sock connection.
Yes.
I mean, that's fire. I'm just saying. But no. On the serious, like, I can laugh and joke and say whatever I'm gonna say. But there's one faction's music that hits to this day, and it's not even music in the very beginning. It's just a drum beat. But I guarantee if you're a wrestling fan, your arms do the same thing that mine do when it breaks down. And so I'm going to have to say D-Generation X, like the whole big D-Generation X, all of them, China, X-Pac, Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg, Triple H, and Shawn, all of them. Favorite of all time.
Very good choice. All right, Heartbreaker, you got a question or you want Tap to take it?
I guess Tomcat wants to know your favorite. Is it the Ouija Mac album?
Yes.
She did schedule the same one. We have the latest technology and the newest vehicles, and we do more replacements and
Man.
What else? The way schedule now.
I love them all, but I'm gonna stick with Gutter Water because I'm a big fan of a lot of the songs on that one. They hit pretty personal. I think that one was really what set the hook. So yeah, dude, look for Little Swimming Baby.
All right. Tap, what do you got?
Alrighty. This is another off the wall one. What's your opinion on Kiss's Demon Wrestler when they were in WCW?
Nothing against the dude that wore the makeup. Like, I mean, he could have been the coolest dude in the world. But I wasn't feeling it. It felt like they saw what happened with, like, let's say, like, the ICP and Vampiro deal, and they're like, yeah, let's strike while the iron's hot. We're gonna go ahead and just bang out a rock band wrestler real quick. So they have a I don't know. I mean, you know what? It may just be that, like, I know they're a classic and all, but may just be that I'm not the biggest fan of Kiss. That might have twisted it. I don't know. Maybe it's the makeup. I don't know.
So, most underrated commentary team of all time.
You know what, man? That's a hard one because, like, I feel like all the really good pairings of commentary have gotten their due when it came to the level of respect it got. Like, I can't think of one pair that got left out. Like, somebody who didn't have some like big moment. Like, I think they're all. I mean, granted, like, if you turn the volume down on wrestling, I mean, it's still cool. But I mean, every single commentary person that steps out there, gets on the microphone, and calls a match deserves, I think, an equal amount of props. Like, they're as much a part of what's going on as we are. So I mean, if there is an underrated one, dude, let me know because I will go buy them a cheeseburger and give them a high five because that's not cool.
Gotcha. All right, Tap, what do you got?
All right. I have to ask you, I have to put you on the spot, Messiah.
All right.
And I think Mr. Happy's going to laugh at this. How do you feel about watching a owner and promoter get hit with a Kindle stick by one of the best female owners of a wrestling organization? And I will hand it off to the Messiah to finish that question.
Pretty much, I ran my mouth to the owner of CPW, which is a promotion down here. So at our show, she's gonna hit me with a kendo stick if she can.
Those things can be pretty spicy, my dude. I'm telling you. When I was training to become this, I was doing security at a show. Big tough guy, right? And Raven just happened to be having a match in the ring, and I made the mistake of sliding past him, trying to get security to come help me with the situation that was going on. And yeah, dude, he let me have it. And I was just a security guy, so I can only imagine what you're gonna feel. I'm like, these kendo sticks are something else, dude. I'm like, I got a spot of hair that still doesn't grow, I think, from one.
Well, I mean, this lady does have arms like olive oil from Popeye, so you know, I got that going for me.
Man, sometimes it's the wiry ones you got to look out for. They got anger strength. It's pretty rowdy. Or at least wear a hat. I don't know.
Sorry, guys, I'm reading.
Oh, hey, Nathan. I don't know if you can read Tomcat's comments.
No, I can't.
He says, I know I get on her nerves, but he goes, I'll never take it that far to where he gets hit, you silly man. Kendo suck.
And that's what I'm laughing at.
Oh, I thought he was going to comment on the fact that said she had olive oil arms.
I think this kendo stick is gonna get rougher and rougher the more you make olive oil cracks, bro. I'm just saying.
I think so too.
Oh, I agree.
Well, all I can say is you never saw olive oil do the fighting in the Popeye cartoons.
No, but I'm sure Bluto would have done a lot less kidnapping if she would have had a kendo stick in her hand. I'm just saying.
It's a valid point. So best promo of all time in your opinion?
Oh my gosh.
I know that's another large one because a lot of promos are good. So
that's like a never-ending list because that's some of the better stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's like the bread and butter. Oh man. I like the Austin 316 one because it kicked off an era for wrestling for me that was next level. Like, it took my fandom to a new height. It set the hook deeper than I could have imagined because it was just so intense. Like, and I mean, of all people to go after, I'm like, come on, man. That was scary. But yeah, I mean, like, that kicked off such an era. Like, oh my gosh.
all right, Heartbreaker, you got anything? Or do you want Tap to take it?
Just, I'm sorry, guys. I'm dealing with stuff here, so just.
It's all right. Go ahead, Tap.
Alrighty. For my last question, where can we find you on social media, and when's your next match?
Ooh. All right. On social media, I am on Facebook at facebook.com/ I want to say it's Mr. Happy, but that's totally not what it is because I think there's a few of us. But mine is that / and then Mr. just MR Jokes and Eye Pokes. Or you can just search Mr. Happy. I should pop up pretty quick, and the paint kind of gives it away if you get confused as to which one. Instagram and what used to be Twitter, now it's an X, I guess. Woo! But if you just take these little letters off of right here, and the E and the R right here, and you just like take those off and you put an AH, then that's how you can find me on Instagram and what used to be Twitter, now X, whatever symbols, artist formerly known as. Yeah, I have links to the other stuff from there as well. Next match, that one's kind of a surprise. I can say that I'm heading north into Colorado on Thursday. I will be there for probably 2 days. So, I mean, like, if you're in the Colorado area, you look at the calendar, you happen to see that there's some wrestling shows there, you might be able to see your dude. After that, I'll be back in New Mexico wrestling 2 shows here. There's one the 14th in Mountain Air, New Mexico. It's going to be amazing. Big tag team tournament. And then back to Duke City Championship Wrestling on the 19th. Yeah, if you guys want to check that one out for real, check it out on YouTube. It's episodes all broken down. So if you want to just eat it up in little things, it's usually about 2 matches to go. But absolutely killer times.
Very nice. So my final question is, would Mr. Happy ever consider being a manager because I think with your character, you could do wonderful things for a young talent.
You know what? When it comes to a young talent and helping out, I'm absolutely for it. I mean, like, that's how this business continues on, man. Like, this isn't something where, like, we're just finding places to churn out wrestlers. Like, I mean, it takes somebody who wants to do it. It takes people who are ready to commit to a whole lot of training, a whole lot of rough, a whole lot of time on the road. But I mean, it can't continue if we don't have some people coming up, people who want to learn, people who want to jump in the ring. People, I mean, heck, dude, if these people are going to take the time to learn, I have no problem coming out. I mean, as long as our interests align, mind you. But I would have no problem coming out and helping out in a managerial sense.
I think you would be amazing at it, actually. So
I think so too.
Come on, we can see. No, maybe once I can hang up the laced up part, maybe it's time to put on some slip-on shiny shoes and go out there with a cane and help put somebody else through it.
all right, Heartbreaker, you want to close this out?
Sure. I guess we can close this out. Thank you again for being one of the most popular and entertaining guests that we have on this podcast. We always love interviewing you. Have to do it again at some point. And hopefully we'll get you down here sometime in 2024. In fact, my goal is to get Mr. Happy in Inclusion Pro Wrestling. That's my goal.
Oh, that will happen. As one of the owners, I promise you, even if I have to figure out a way to drive my wheelchair down there, build a little tiny wagon, and we can wheel from New Mexico back down to Washington. We'll get Mr. Happy down to Inclusion Pro Wrestling.
Oh, I'm
You
in,
actually
guys.
have to put nitrous on Mr. Messiah's wheelchair to come and get you.
I think you were corrected again. It's actually up, not down. It's up.
Up, down, left, right, sideways. Who cares? Point is, let's still get them down here.
Okay. But anyways, like we said, you're always one of the most entertaining, and maybe next time we need guests, we'll get you and Mr. Tomcat together. Wouldn't that be a funny little?
That would
be
be a blast.
That would be a great interview.
Wouldn't that
I'm
be
in.
a-
we could
wouldn't that be a
do
good
like
look?
Hollywood Squares, man. There'll be all kinds of little cubes on here. It'll be awesome.
But as we close out again, hey Messiah, we know you slipped on a banana peel and everything, but really, Godspeed. Hopefully they figure out what's wrong with you and you get out of the hospital. Principal Tap, at least you don't have your hair like you were stuck in a light socket today and it's not all poofy. So at least you look halfway presentable. So with that being said, and Tomcat, much love for you always in the comments, my brother. For those of you that don't know, Tomcat is actually on baby watch. He and his fiance are expecting a baby boy here at any time. So keep us updated on that.
Congrats,
And
dude.
for that, with everything else. So for Mr. Happy, for Tomcat who's in the comments, for Principal Tap, and for the Messiah who may or may not ever come out of that hospital. I don't know. He says he likes the food so much, but he misses his bed and his mom. So who knows what's going to happen with him. And, for myself, I'm the Breaker. We'll see you guys next time. Good night.
Good night.